Hi everyone, welcome to my new video. In this video, we will see how to create an account in GitHub, and we will create our first repository in GitHub. And in this video, we will also cover the basic Git commands to add your code into the repository and committing the code. Uh, so for managing code in GitHub, first we need to create a GitHub account. So for that, you can go to github.com and sign up for a new account basically if you don't have a GitHub account. So you just follow the process and create your GitHub account. And once after you create your account, you can use sign in and you can log in into your account and start using GitHub. So once we log in into Git, it will take us to the dashboard page. So we can create a new repository by clicking the new button in the left side. So you can see like no new repository create page will be opening like this. So for the demo purpose, like we'll create a, repository in my organization. So let's name it as demo git repo. So there are multiple things in this page. So we can create a repository in public mode or private mode. So private mode will be only visible to us, but the public mode repository will be visible to everyone in the internet. So you can decide upon like what kind of repository you wanted to create. I would suggest if you are planning to publish your work, whatever the POCs you are working or anything like that, you can just create the repositories and make it public repositories. And we can also add a readme file in the repository. That in that readme file we can explain about what is this repository code contains and those kind of things. And .gitignore file is something like no in some cases we will be having some dot files in our code build and stuff, right? So in .ignore file we can add those files that we don't want to check into Git basically. So it provides some basic template for creating a .git file for various programming languages. And then license file is one of the important thing in GitHub repository. So since if you have decided to making the code as public, we need to add some open source licenses basically. So I usually choose MIT license or Apache license. So let's do that. So I'll be adding a README, and I'm not adding any gitignore file for now because this is only a demo repo, right? So and license I'll be choosing MIT license, and I'll be clicking on create repository. So that's it. A repository has been created. So now let's check out the code and we'll add some files into this. So for that, next step is we have to clone this Git repo. So you can just click on this code tab, and there are multiple things you can see: local, code spaces, HTTPS, SSH, and GitHub CLI and all. So so basically like for cloning into our own local system, we can either use HTTPS method or SSH method. So for starters, I would suggest using the HTTPS method because for SSH method, we need to set up a public key of our workspace, public key of our like no laptop or desktop, and we need to add the public key into the GitHub setting basically. But since this is a demo, we can use HTTPS for cloning the repo. And GitHub CLI is a kind of UI based code management for GitHub that we can cover later. And code spaces is something like it will provide us with the immediate VS Code ID for start developing our code. So, but for the purpose of demo, I'll just use this HTTPS like no link, and I'll be cloning the repository in my local. So yeah, So I'll be opening a directory, and I'll be running the command git clone and paste the repo, the URL. So that's it. That code has been cloned into our local. So let's go into that repository directory, and you can see there won't be any files added inside the repository. But since it is a Git repo, we can also see a .git folder would be created just to indicate that this is a Git repo. So now we will try to add a file in this directory. So for that, we can just create it using a vim command, or this is just a demo, right? So I'll be doing some echo of some string, and I'll be creating a file. This is a test file, okay, and I'll be putting it as a name like test.txt. Now you can see the file has been created. So now let's check in this file into Git. So for that, first command is we need to see what are all the files that are modified in our current process. For that, we need to run git status command. So now it is showing these files are untracked, meaning these files are not available in the GitHub portal basically, or these files are not yet being available in the repository. So we have to check in the file. So Git itself will suggest some commands, or what are the next command we need to run. So next command we need to run is first we need to stage the files using git add command. So let's add it. So git add command uses either we can check in what are all the new files, or what are all the unstaged files or untracked files that are showed in the git status command. For that, we can just do dot, so it will just push all the untracked files and recently modified file changes. But if you wanted to specifically check in only one file, you can just give the file name. But since it's actually again a demo, right, so I'll just use a dot, and it will be like no. Now if we run this, we can see that changes to be committed, because now the test.txt changes been staged in the local staging and stage of local git staging actually. So next command would be we have done git add, and now we have to do git commit. So git commit, while giving git commit, we have to provide a meaningful message. So adding file in the demo git repo, because we are adding a file in the GitHub demo, right? So we need to add a meaningful message in the git commit. So that will be ready for committing into the GitHub actually. So now if you do, it will be showing a status like nothing is been available. That's nothing to commit basically, right? Because we have already added the staged file into commit stage. So next command we would be running is doing the pushing the file into the GitHub basically. So for that, let's run git push origin. So once we run this command, it will be pushing the file actually. And one other information I forgot to mention earlier was, whenever we are creating a repo, it will be containing only one branch basically. So here, if you can see, it will be by default creating the main branch. And whenever we are cloning the repo, the main branch code will be checked out basically, right? So so that is a very basic actually. It's like whenever we are creating a GitHub repo, it will be creating only one branch. That branch name is main. And if you wanted to create some other branch name, you can just type new feature or whatever the branch, right? New branch name, and if you click on create branch in GitHub UI, it will create the branch. And for so if you are having another branch and if you wanted to work on it, what you have to do is you just clone your repo, and it will be like no it will be like showing main branch code only, but we have to run the git checkout and the new branch name or other branch name just to switch the branch basically. So let's try that as well. So I'll just create a branch named a new branch. So yeah, so now we have created a new branch, right? So let me try to check out the branch basically. Git checkout new hyphen branch. So so earlier we pushed the code, right? So let's see that code is updated in GitHub or not. So you can see that test.txt has been added in GitHub. And now let's try the git branch command basically. So for that, if you are creating a new branch, uh, we have to do a git pull in the main branch. So it will take the latest changes and branch history of the particular repository, and we can take the we can switch it to the new branch now. So git checkout new hyphen branch. Yeah. So now you can see the branch has been switched. So for anyone to know like we are in which branch, we can just run the command git branch. It will show what all the branches are available and what is the branch we are currently in. So that is how we can check that actually. So in this video tutorial, we have covered creation of like no new like no creation of account in GitHub, and logging in and creating a new repository. And we have seen the repository basics, like what all the files will be created. And then we have cloned the repo using HTTPS method, and we have added a new file called test.txt in the repo. And then we also created another branch that is called new branch in the repo, and we just switched from main branch to the new branch. So let's try adding a file in the new branch now, or we'll just try to edit the same file in the new branch. So we have added test.txt, right? So we can see that that whatever the line we have added and we pushed into the main branch, that line was added here. So now let's try to add a new line in this file. So this line is added from new branch. Okay, let's add a line like that, and we will see like what happens now. Okay, so again the same process is git status. It will show the file was modified now, and we will do a git add and the file name. So again run a git status. So it is showing like file is modified, and then we will do a git commit. So again we will give some meaningful message. So the message would be like file has been edited from new branch, right? So that is the message I'm adding, and let's push the code into new branch. So since this code, since we checked out and being on new branch, whenever we run git push origin, it will be taking the branch that is currently the code has been checked out. So now the file has been checked out. Okay, so let's refresh the page and see what happens now. So the changes whatever we pushed into new branch, that will be only visible in test.txt file that is available in the new branch only. If we see the main branch, that changes won't be there. Okay, so now what we need to do for adding this change into a main branch. So for that, there is a process called pull request. Okay, so what we have to do is we have to raise a pull request to merge the code from the branch. So we have to raise a pull request to merge the code from the new branch to the main branch actually. So whenever there is such modifications happened in any branch, GitHub will indicate us that this this repo has a code changes in the new branches basically. So we can just click on this compare and create pull request, or we can go to pull request tab to do that. So just for demo purpose, I'll just do a compare and raise pull request here. So now we can just give some meaningful message and raise a pull request. So I'll be adding a message. So the test.txt file changes from new branch, right? So that is the message actually. So we are adding the test.txt file changes from the new branch to main branch. So that's it. So I'll be raising a pull request. So since I am the only one user in this organization, right, or this is my own GitHub account, so there is no approval process is being required. But in general, in any project environment or any client environment or for any other purpose, whenever we are doing in the real time, right? So we would be adding some reviewers for this pull request, and then we are checking in the code basically. So that is the idea. But for me, I don't need any request because this is a demo process, right? So uh, I'll just merge that code actually. But one other thing I can show is for reviewing, if at all, if you are working on a real-time environment, we can review the code from the files changed tab, and reviewers can add the review comments in the line of the file wherever they wanted to do the change, or like that they can do. So for simply for the demo purpose, I'll just simply approve this pull request from here. So you can see there is a process called comment approve and request changes, right? So since there is no branch protection, that is not enabled. So let's try to merge this code now. Yeah, so that's it. And so this, whenever we are clicking on the merge pull request, whatever the code available in the new branch will be pushed into main branch. That's it. So the code has been merged now. If you go to the code tab, and if you check the test.txt now, right? So you can see the file has been edited from new branch. That code has been added into main branch now. So now we are in main branch, and you can see the test.txt should be having the file changes that came from the new branch actually. So this is the high level GitHub basics. So yeah, so we covered creation of repository, and then created a new repo. So basically, and then we added a new file in main branch, and we created a new branch, and edited the file in the new branch, and we raised the pull request, and merged the new branch code into main branch now. So that is for this demo. I just wanted to show you guys. So if you have any questions, you can just post me in comments. And yeah, and that's it for today. Thank you.